Hello and welcome to a new video. And yes, I'm trying my ring light again. I think I've got it in the right place. It's kind of a little bit lower than it was before, and the camera's bang on centre in the ring. Always in the ring. Anyway, what I'm talking about today is that DC have confirmed their movie slate for all their DCEU. I think that's DC Comics Entertainment Universe. I think that's what it stands for. Sort of from now until as long as they can go ahead, which it covers 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022. That's quite far ahead. In Marvel terms, that would probably be about 12 films, all exactly the same. In DC terms, it's about 7 or 8. I've not counted them exactly, but I will go through them all one by one. Because at the moment, what's out in the cinema is Shazam, and it's going to face big, stiff competition. Nice stiff one from Avengers Endgame. And the next, well, quite frankly, Avengers Endgame is going to sort of trounce everything, including Star Wars Episode 9, which is out in December. But I mean, I think I will go see Avengers Endgame, possibly. It's a 3 hours and 2 minute long film. I hope they put an intermission in the middle of it. Who knows if they will? I don't know. It's a bit long. Anyway, so I'm talking about DC today, and I'm going to say something that will shock and surprise you. I liked Suicide Squad. I liked Justice League. Yes, they were... well, yeah. I can't remember whether Justice League got to the top of the charts. It probably did, because the trouble is they release everything. You only really get sort of one big film out each week that's destined for the top of the charts. They stagger them out that way, so odds are it got to number 1. I'd need to double check. I'm sure you can check while you're watching this. Prove me wrong. But I know Suicide Squad, despite all the criticism it got, it did go to number 1 for 3 weeks, just like Deadpool. So, not a lot of people like those films. I really did. But what's out now, which I'm definitely not going to see because it just looks way too jokey for me, Shazam. I know nothing of Shazam. Shazam to me is something I use on my mobile phone to find out the names of songs. That's what I use Shazam for. But apparently it's also the name of a stupid comic character who has like a Superman suit, but it's red and with a yellow flash thing down the middle of it. Means nothing to me, oh Vienna. But it's going to do big business. Whether it beats the business of, say, Wonder Woman, which took, I think did that take $1 million? Yeah. That did take $1 million. Not $1 million. Of course it took $1 million. I'm sure it took $1 billion as well. But I found Wonder Woman disappointing. It was... The first third was good. And then when it actually... when it got from Wonder Woman Amazon Babes Land to the real world, it just went completely crap. Massively disappointed with it. But then again, there's more Wonder Woman to come. But while Marvel do like 3 films a year, thereabouts, DC do a little less so. In fact, I think after Justice League in 2017, I think the next one we actually got was Aquaman in 2018. I didn't bother with that. It was actually censored in the UK. Do you know that? It was just for a bit of blood, which they digitally edited out, which quite frankly was digitally edited in the first place. But, it's a cut is a cut. But even with that, even if I've sort of got the American Blu-ray, it's 2.5 hours I don't care about. I've got to the point really with these superhero films where I like the sort of... I'll go for the sort of all-together films where they're all coming together for one big film. I can be doing without origin stories, so I didn't bother with Black Panther. I didn't bother with, what's the recent one? Captain Marvel. Couldn't give 2 hoots about that whatsoever. And there's a few origin movies coming up in the DCEU. And the first one coming up is Joker, which is out on October the 4th. And, Joaquin Phoenix, he's a very good actor. If you've not seen You Were Never Really Here, do see it. It's brilliant. And that scene, I won't say what happens, but there's a scene which ends with, I've been to Paradise, but I've never been to me, playing in the background. Just amazing. The best use of that song since The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which is also a brilliant film. But yeah, Joker, it's another origin film, and I get that he kind of embodies the role of the Joker that he's looking to portray, but it's not going to cross over with the Suicide Squad film. So basically, Jared Leto, as far as I know, is still going to be the Joker in that one. And I really enjoyed his Joker in that film. Yes, it's a different Joker than the one we had, like Jack Nicholson portraying, and I mean that's about as knowledgeable as my Joker knowledge goes. But no, of course there was Heath Ledger in that really overrated film, The Dark Knight, which I just wasn't wowed about at all. Just that was massively disappointing. But some people think it's the best film since sliced bread, and they're wrong. The next film out after Joker is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That's out on February the 7th. And so we're going to have, it's going to introduce Journey Smollett-Bell, me neither, as Black Canary, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress, Ella J. Basco as Cassandra Cain, and Rosie Perez as GCPD detective, Gotham City detective, Renee Montoya. It's going to be going towards an R rating or 15 certificate in the UK most likely. So, I don't know. We've not seen much of that so far. We've only seen like a teaser. It could work. I don't know. She was fine as Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. I mean, I didn't know when I watched Suicide Squad that Harley Quinn and the Joker were a thing. They were an item. And when I saw it, I did feel a bit. The way he just put those electrodes to her head and sent her round the bend that way. That did feel a little bit rum. Joker, you naughty boy. The third film after that is Wonder Woman 1984, which is out in June 2020. I mean, that was due to be out in November 2018. What happened to that? I just got put back and put back and put back. So that's now June 2020, which is going to make it, I think, about 3 years after the first one. Was it? No. Yeah, 3 years after the first one. That was, I think, June the 1st, 2017, yeah. 2020 minus 2017, that's 3 years. So, obviously, Gal Gadot, your mileage may vary. She'll be back as Diana Prince, and Chris Pine will return as the man with two first names, Steve Trevor. Mr. Wooden, Chris Pine. Great. After that, we have DC Super Pets in May 2021. What the hell is Super Pets? I've never even heard of that. It may be inspired by the Cartoon Network series or an all-new adaptation. Wow, I no idea. Never heard of Super Pets until sort of looking this up. Super Pets, it sounds like some sort of Channel 4 documentary on, after Channel 4 News and before the proper programmes start. Anyway, after that we have The Batman. So the DC Super Pets, May 2021, and then apparently hot on its heels in quick succession, we have The Batman in June 2021. Yeah, that comes, you know what I mean. But we're not going to get Ben Affleck. He's quit after about 3 films, I think it is. So we've had, he was in a bit of Suicide Squad, he was in Justice League, and he was in Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, which is a bit, the 1.44 to 1 IMAX ratio stuff for 70mm, that looked fantastic. But the film itself was a bit crap. Who's going to be the new Batman? No idea. Who knows? Who cares? If you've only got someone who's been in a role for such a short time, how are you supposed to get invested in the character? Anyway, he wasn't that bad actually. Beyond that, we've got the Suicide Squad. Yeah, not Suicide Squad 2, but the Suicide Squad. That's supposedly out in August 2021. Do you get this? We've got May 2021, June and August. So nothing for ages, and then they all get sort of slammed together. Yeah, they're going to get delayed. And this one's going to be directed by James Gunn, who directed Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, and despite some rather odd tweets back in the day, he is going to be back for Volume 3, after James Gunn was fired. And then he was brought back. He made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. The biggest mistake he made was just letting both Guardians of the Galaxy films run on about half an hour too long each. But kudos to him with the second film. the end credits had 5 different credit sequences, sort of mid-credit sequences, and yeah, if you go see one of these films, you stay right until the very end of the credits. It's what you do. There's always going to be something there. Not necessarily in a DC film, but definitely in a Marvel film. And like Avengers Endgame is going to apparently have the final scene from Stan Lee in a cameo. You always stay to the very end anyway for a Marvel film. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had 5 post-credits or mid to post-credits end sequences. So I sat in the back of the front section of the cinema, so I didn't have anyone in front of me, and all the chatterers go right to the back. But I did look back just when the sort of in-between bits, well, in between those scenes, and I saw people starting to leave partway through. And not only that, but then as they're walking down the stairs, another scene comes up and they stop. And so they're walking down the stairs and they just stop and look. And the problem is they are now blocking the view from someone behind them. No, just stay sat. End credits are like 5 minutes long. That's it. Just stay sat in your seat. It's not rocket science. And finally, we've got to go all the way to December 2022 for Aquaman 2. I couldn't care less about Aquaman 1. James Momoa gets his tits out. Do any women get their tits out in Aquaman? I doubt it very much. That would have got censored, that's for sure. They're called nipples and everyone has them, but for some reason women's nipples are censored. Make of that what you will. Beyond that, that's it. Will there be any more? Will we even get to that? Unless DC collapse altogether, who knows? Who cares? Why am I even making this video? I'm making this video just to talk about what films are coming out on the DCEU slate between now and 2022. So just to recap that, as I guessed it'd be 7 or 8. So we've got Joker, we've got Birds of Prey, that's 2. Wonder Woman 84, that's 3. DC Super Pets 4. The Batman 5. The Suicide Squad. Just call it Suicide Squad 2. I hate it when they sort of reboot a film or make a sequel and just keep it either exactly the same name, or just, they do this with video games as well, or just stick the in front of it. It's like one of my favourite video game franchises is Hitman. You had Hitman and Hitman 2, and now we've got Hitman and Hitman 2 all over again. Obviously the Hitman in 2016 was a damn sight better than the original Hitman. Hitman 2 on the original Xbox, that is one of my favourite games of all time. That's brilliant. But yeah, then they just keep calling the game Hitman 2, so when I review it, so I've had to call it Hitman brackets 2016 and Hitman 2 brackets 2018. Then we had the video games Thief, Thief 2 and Thief 3 Deadly Shadows. And then when they eventually made a 4th film, it was called Thief. And stupidly, why they did this, they got rid of the original Garrett and replaced it with someone else. So he just sounded completely different because it was a different actor. And the whole game had a different tone to it, and that just really killed it. At least when Hitman have carried on, they've got the same actor every time. David Bateson. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'd love a haircut like his. Anyway, the Hitman, Agent 47, not David Bateson. I don't know what his hair looks like, David Bateson. Who knows? Who cares? But yeah, the Suicide Squad. Now I've lost count. So let's go through it again. So Joker's 1, Birds of Prey 2, Wonder Woman 84 3, DC Super Pets 4, The Batman 5, The Suicide Squad 6, and Aquaman 2 is 7. So 7, I was pretty much spot on there with 7 or 8. Okay, well thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. Please like it or dislike it. It's entirely up to you. If you dislike it, just dislike it. I like it, but your mileage may vary. Share it with your friends and subscribe if you haven't already. And Q Genesis.